Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tearing into the specs of the Blustream IP50HD-TX Contractor series. Our mission is really to dissect how this piece of gear delivers high-definition video and control signals over what's usually a pretty slow network. We're talking standard 100 Mbps architecture.
That really is the core insight here. It's all about efficiency. This transmitter is designed from the ground up to avoid that massive, expensive infrastructure overhaul AV distribution usually requires.
And the secret weapon is the compression.
Exactly. It's H.265 compression that lets it push this robust, reliable 1080p video through such a narrow pipe.
So you're basically slimming down a 1080p 60 hertz video signal enough to fit on a 100 megabit network. For an installer, that means huge reach.
Huge reach, up to 100 meters over a single SCAT cable. And you don't need to go around upgrading every single switch to gigabit.
So that H.265 implementation is really the crucial piece.
It is. It makes existing 100 Mbps networks viable for high-quality video.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much more efficient than the older standards. It minimizes the bandwidth without just crushing the video quality.
Okay, but here's where it gets interesting for any kind of real-world use. Latency.
Right.
The source material specifies 3 frames. That's less than 120 milliseconds. Why is hitting that specific mark so critical?
That is the critical question. I mean, if you're using this for a security dashboard, a control room, you need that feedback to be almost instant.
Yeah.
Anything much over 150 milliseconds. And you start to get a delay that's noticeable to the human eye, and that really impacts usability.
And it's doing more than just the visual feed.
Oh, yeah. What's fascinating is that this box also handles audio. It's got analog LR, audio embedding, and breakout.
So you can integrate or separate audio streams easily?
Exactly. And it supports PCM 2.0 channel audio, which is just your standard uncompressed stereo sound.
Now, if we look beyond video and audio, it's called the Contractor series for a reason. It's about total signal integration. How does it handle that complexity?
It's built for centralized command. You get independent routing for 4 different signal types.
Okay, what are they?
You've got bidirectional IR for remote controls, RS-232 for your serial equipment, and then the really valuable one, USB KVM.
Okay, break that down for us. Why is KVM such a game changer in this context?
Well, KVM is keyboard, video, mouse. So in a large facility, think a manufacturing floor or a server farm, this lets a single user from far away take control of the actual computer hardware.
So it's perfect for those centralized monitoring dashboards.
Absolutely indispensable.
And that efficiency theme extends to power, too. I saw it has PoE capability, so that's a true single cable deployment, right?
It is. Power over Ethernet means you don't have to run separate power to every single endpoint. And the power draw is incredibly low, just 3.7 watts, typical. So you can do these massive deployments and not worry about your power budget. Of course, you can still use a local 12-volt supply if your switch doesn't do PoE.
And physically, there's that HDMI loop-out feature. Is that mostly for local monitoring, or can you do some cascading with it?
It's really both. An installer can hook up a local display right there to troubleshoot or just confirm the signal. And yes, you can absolutely cascade it to other nearby devices before it even hits the network.
So let's quickly summarize the 2 main operational modes here.
Sure. First, for a simple point-to-point job, it can act as a one-to-one HDMI extender. No network switch needed at all.
Just a long virtual HDMI cable.
Pretty much. Then for larger projects, it becomes a matrix distribution system.
And that's where you need the 100 Mbps network switch.
Correct. And that enables unicast for smaller, unmanaged networks or, and this is key, multicast for those big managed environments.
So just quickly, multicast versus unicast, what's the real difference in terms of network load?
Multicast is all about scaling efficiently. With unicast, if you want 20 screens to show one feed, the transmitter sends out 20 separate streams.
Which would kill the network.
It would. With multicast, the transmitter sends one stream, and the network switch is smart enough to copy it to all 20 destinations. It's a massive bandwidth saver.
Got it. And for connections, we're looking at standard HDMI Type A 3-pin Phoenix for audio, and USB Type B for the KVM. And it's all HTTP 1.4 compliant.
Right, which means your protected content streams are secure. At the end of the day, the Blustream IP50HD-TX is a kind of multi-tool. It integrates basically every signal-type video, KVM, control audio into a single low-bandwidth network infrastructure that, frankly, probably already exists in the building.
That consolidation is the key takeaway. So given that this device successfully bundles HD video, complex KVM control, and signal management onto a common 100 Ps network, how much closer does this push us to truly scalable smart building command systems? What standard infrastructure limitation might be the next to fall? We'll let you chew on that.